It's Gary Kay. We're on day 2 of the ISE 2014 show in Amsterdam. And we've been walking around the show floor, and I was lucky enough to grab Dirk Hülsermann, who is what is your actual title? I mean, you're in charge of VUKUNET for NEC, but what's your actual title?
Yeah, I manage digital out-of-home solutions. Okay. Yeah.
Manager DOH. Also, you're on the board for a number of boards I think you participate on here in Europe that have to do with the digital signage market.
Yes, with the digital out-of-home market. I'm, president and founder of OVAP Europe. Yep. I'm sitting on the advisory board here of ISE and on a couple of, non-executive boards, in digital out-of-home companies.
And OVAP is driving a lot of the digital out-of-home market worldwide, not just here in Europe. It's really become a standard. Well, I wanted to kind of ask you, I mean, VUKUNET's been out, I guess, about 2 years now in Europe. Is that right?
Yes, that's true, yeah, 2 years.
And I want to kind of get a status update, if you don't mind.
No, absolutely. I mean, we started 2 years ago being live in Germany and the UK. We started with those markets because these are the two biggest digital out-of-home markets in Europe. And I mean, we receive a lot of traction from the market right now. I mean, it takes some time because it's such a revolutionary product. And as you can see, I mean, the whole media world is now talking about programmatic buying, real-time bidding, and VUKUNET is absolutely in the sweet spot. But it takes time. I mean, because it changes the whole dynamic of a market. But we are seeing major developments in the UK, and we hope to announce something big soon.
Something big soon. No hints?
In March. Let's say in March. Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of us are heading over to the Digital Signage Expo next week. Are you heading over there, or are you too busy with what's going on here?
No, I'm going to Las Vegas as well. I mean, it's always a good place to meet people, to network. There are a lot of Europeans as well, and it's always good to go there.
Yeah. So, how about sort of the structure within the DOH market here in all of EMEA? Right. How much different is it than the rest of the world? Is it ahead of the rest of the world? Because my impression is that, for example, specifically digital signage in retail in Europe is much more prevalent than anywhere else I've seen in the rest of the world.
And I think, I mean, when it comes to the DOH market, I mean, we are much more advanced than the US. That's what I always say.
I would agree.
And we had the Gala Awards last November, and I stated that we are, especially in the UK market and the German market, we are much ahead than in the US. Because we have the big outer folks like JCDecaux, Clear Channel, CBS. I mean, they're putting a lot of money into the market, and the agencies are really now seeing the tipping point, and they love to buy a digital out-of-home because they see the necessity to go with the consumer. The consumer is more and more mobile, so they want to catch them on the go, and that's digital out-of-home.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I definitely think there's no question that I doubt anybody would disagree that Europe is absolutely ahead of the U.S. Our infrastructure is just too slow to adapt, and your infrastructure is much more accommodating for new technologies. Well, first of all, thanks from the market for all the work you've done, because not only have you helped with VUKUNET, but also sort of setting up structurally and allowing it for everybody to have sort of an organizational ability to get into digital out-of-home. You've done a phenomenal job there. You've been a leader. And then also, thanks for taking the time today, and also other times because you've educated our readers quite a bit on digital out-of-home. And we'll see you at DSE next week.
Yeah, see you then.
Yeah, we'll be there. So thank you very
Gary.
much. So this is Gary Kay. We're going to make our way around the show floor, and we're going to continue to interview the movers and shakers, the important people in the high-end audiovisual, digital signage, and high-end AV markets.